Welcome, Virgo Libra, to your end of the month reading for November. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Okay, for those of you who are having Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. Okay, let's see what's going on. This message for Virgo Libra, we do have the Two of Cups to the Seven of Cups coming out together. Show me what's coming out underneath that. Confusion. You get this connection with so many opportunities and great, great connections. But the problem is that there's some confusion that's like rising up within this situation. I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm feeling healthier, I'm feeling better, or they are, and I can see that or feel that depending on if you're, how you're seeing it. Is it them or you, right? However it does feel like there's a lot of new ideas and a lot of new things going on. I feel like there's a lot of sharp ideas coming out of this situation for you, but it is causing confusion because I do feel like as soon as you kind of put your mind to one certain situation, it's almost like it comes up with the negatives, right? Or it comes out with this kind of clouded vision of, well, how am I going to do that, right? I feel like it's kind of working around the situation. So I do feel like there's kind of between these two cards, I kind of feel there's a tug of war, for sure, of mind, thoughts, energies. It could be you and this Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio coming together, causing some delays. Could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Pisces, right? See the fence sitting over here, so you think Scorpio, but it is a Hangman, which is a Piscean card. But the whole thing is here is that you've got this piece over here where it's like your mind versus your emotions. It could be confusing you and kind of getting your emotions all kind of wickety wackety, trying to stabilize yourself as the King of Cups. I do feel like most of you, it is dealing with this King of Cups, though. It is dealing with this Pisces. I've got Scorpio here, Pisces twice, so to get how it resonates, and then Cancer over here. So definitely could be dealing with some water, or you might have heavy water in your chart. It doesn't matter, whoever I'm picking up. But there's a lot of prepared for progress over here. There's a lot of expansion, and I do feel like that's exactly what this whole reading is about, is trying to expand on this piece of information or this new job, or trying to put the puzzle pieces together over here, but feeling very confused. Maybe you're not sure exactly where to start, right? It's like on my piece of paper, I have A, B, C, but then I have this kind of weird D that's coming through, and I'm not sure exactly where this D is. But if I put that D there, then it kind of makes B into A instead of A into B. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you've got all these different details and all these different things going on in your mind of where you're going to go. It doesn't matter if it's a love relationship, buying a house, building a house, job, whatever it is. But it does feel, could even be a health thing, could even be putting together a gym routine. Who knows, right? But it's all about trying to prepare yourself for this situation. Yeah, there was a lot of determination to get to this piece, this puzzle, and it feels like just this one puzzle piece that's really driving you crazy, because you have a lot of different ideas about how things can go together. So just getting to this one piece of the puzzle. I mean, for some of you, it could even be talking to you and your lawyer. Not even a joke, right? You're like, because I have to do this, because if I don't do that, then they're going to do this to me. You see what I'm saying? So I do have the Empress over here. There's a lot of divine abundance and development. The abundance and the development is where the courage is going to come along. And the abundance and the development is also coming from the Seven of Cups, because it's saying I'm giving out all these new pieces of information, giving you all these new ideas. It's just that they keep weighing you down. It's almost like as soon as I get one and I think I'm on my way, something else pops up in front of my face and then brings me back down to point A. Oh, yeah. So how, right now I do feel like there's going to be a calm after the storm, though, in a certain situation. But it's kind of interesting, though, Virgo Libra, because it does feel like there was a big storm, then the calm came, then all the ideas came. Everything was starting to go back together. It's not as rocky. And let's put it this way. It's not a thunder showers anymore. It's a little more rocky. Let's put it that way. Okay. There's a little bit of a stumbling over here. You're kind of tripping over yourself on this situation when it comes to this. And there's also a lot of respect that's coming over here. Be careful of people around you at this time, because there's going to become this, you stepped on my toes, you tripped me up because I'm trying to do something, when it comes to agreeing to disagree. Okay. That could be with a Leo. Doesn't have to be. Actually, I actually feel like if it's going to be with anyone, it could be this Aquarius, if you guys are dealing with an air sign. No, it says you're going to have this inner recovery, because no matter what, the connectedness to the situation is saying that I'm fully connected to this. I understand where my heart and soul is going towards this situation. You might even feel like the connectedness of the Two of Cups is someone else who's offering the help, offering the time to help within the situation. But then you feel like you have this other person or energy. Doesn't have to be a person. Sometimes it's just another idea of something that trips you up and says, nah, that ain't gonna happen. So this could feel like towards the end of the month you are becoming very exhausted within this situation. And this is because you're trying to get to that point. You're trying to get to what it is that you truly want out of this situation. If it's a love situation, then you're really trying to, if you're thinking of fishing, then you're trying to reel them in the way that you want them to come towards you. Okay? If it's, you see what I'm saying? No matter what it is, it's like fishing. You gotta hook them. If you're trying to hook a job at work, then that's what it is too. Or hook a client, it's the same thing. Because it does feel like there's something about hooking it. I have to have it. It has to be this way. Okay. I like that. You're going to have the overall victory to this situation. The public recognition you're looking for in this situation is exactly where you're going. Okay? Does it mean that you're 100% going to hook it the way you want to hook it? I don't see that actually happening until probably the majority of you until December, right? Maybe mid-month December or something like that, where you've got it really under control. Why? Because you still have this back and forth energy. Okay. Yeah, where you have to become very strategical. There's a lot of strategy to get in here before it starts getting really fast till we get to that victory. And like I said, will it be exactly the victory that you're looking for? More than likely, it's probably not. I mean, this is a general reading. If it was a personal reading, we know for sure. With a general reading, we'd probably say on a reading like this, because of the Nine of Wands, and the Devil in reverse would say, it could. But you also have the Five of Cups to the Two of Cups to say, well, there's your Two of Cups. Right? So I'm getting to that connected place where I feel like I'm getting there. But there's going to be a lot of strife. There's going to be a lot of changes. By the time that you get to where it is, the A, B, C was going to be definitely different from the A, B, and C you have in place. Right? That B may now be A, and that A may be C. And then you'll say, nah, that C has to stay there. We're just going to have to scrap A. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's going to be something there. Where it's still going to feel like it's still different from what you were looking for. And even if it's in a love relationship, because you could say, I was going after this person this way, and I wanted them to be cuddly, and do all these romantic things. And then I realized in the end that I've hooked myself with someone who's not even romantic. But I'm going to take it anyways. That is the case scenario. There's some kind of facade in this situation this facade is definitely some kind of Mercury energy that's going on that you're going to pick up anyways, Virgo, Libra, because you are Mercury. But I think that that Mercury retrograde is really throwing that illusion and throwing that facade anyways, because, well, it is Mercury retrograde. So I think it's pushing something out that's making you see it from one point of view until you get to the other. And then when you see it, you'll say, okay, I won, but it's not exactly the way I thought it was going to be because there was a little bit of illusion. Plus you had the what? New moon in what? Scorpio, which is also talking about what? Hidden measures, illusions. Right, so there's something a little more. And what is this? Scorpion card is a card of what, my friends? Illusions. Fantasies. Right, so I think that it's presenting itself in a way that's catching your attention and might have been for a long time. See, but because of the way that the Mercury's coming in and the Scorpio's coming in, now it's, see how it's refound, it's like oh my gosh, it's like redoing itself. It's forming itself into this new idea with the Star card that's actually different from what the way you had perceived it. Okay. Lay it on the altar, hand it over, soft and surrender. Otherwise, it'll be fine. It's just, you're going to find, yeah, see, secret chamber, deep connections, and there's a treasure. But it's going to be that kind of, wow, that's different than I expected it to be, but I'll still take it because it's mine. I reeled it in. I fished for that. You know? Okay, guys. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.